Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be talking about how you can set up a business in Nigeria. Simply how you can become a successful entrepreneur. Talking about Nigeria in this case because it's a country I grew up in, it's a country I know how their system works, and it's a country I successfully grew a business and I'm looking forward for more. First of all, do your research on the kind of business you want to be venturing in Nigeria. There are businesses that are very lucrative in Nigeria. Actually, this is how youths in Nigeria are surviving. But then you would have to do what you would enjoy doing, because setting up a business is not easy, it's not funny. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. So you have to be very certain of what you want. Look over all the businesses available. Look at the cons and the disadvantages and advantages, the stresses and the benefits. And if you think it's something you want to do, then you have to accept it with your full mind. I want to talk further on doing this research, on finding out the business you want to venture in. This is very important to me because most time people look at the businesses like hair, clothes. Do you know someone is doing something as minor in people's eyes as ice block business, and the person is going places in a country like Nigeria where of course there is poor electricity. During events, people always want something they can use to chill their drink and all. So I just want you to look outside the box, look at other businesses aside from fashion. There are numerous other things you can do. So do your research, find the disadvantages and the advantages, their stresses and their benefits. Decide on one. This might take you months to do. It's not something you just jump right in, because if you jump right in, you're going to jump right out. This is why you have to take your time. And if you are a spiritual person, if you can pray to your God, pray to whatever you believe, and make sure you get it right, because you would want to succeed in it, and I would love to see you succeed. Business you want to do will now drive you to the next thing, which is the business name. So some people, it's very common. You see names like this fashion world, that fashion world. Go outside the box. Like I said, your quiet place is your best place to be. Most of the time there is a lot of craziness happening in the world, and a lot of noise, and a lot of activities that are there to distract you. But if you make hard time to find yourself a quiet place, in that place you can make beautiful decisions, beautiful choices. So always make sure you find yourself in your quiet place no matter what. Make out time for it. We're still on the business name journey. You have to make sure that whatever business name you'll be going for will be unique, will differentiate you. I mean, anybody that hears my business name always be like, how did you come about Orah cover? What? How? Like, tell me, explain. People keep asking, explain. But like I said, Orah cover was born from my quiet place, was born from my special place, a place I feel safe. And I just described everything just the way I wanted it. I know it's not just faction I want to do, and I asked God for the grace. I prayed about it and I came about it. The knowledge just came. I don't know how to explain it to people. It gave birth to a very beautiful brand name I will always be proud of. The next thing you want to do is check the costs of this business, like the business you are interested in. Check the cost, check what is going to take, check the kind of capital you will need to use and start. So if it's something you can do, make sure it's within your startup range, and all of that. The next thing you will do, and the next thing I did, was to register my business name, because I know it's a unique and special name. I don't want anything to tamper with it. I don't want to hear any story. I registered my business name, and I also customized, like branded the name only to myself. Like, I have the authority to take anybody that uses my business name for themselves to court, and they will pay handsomely for it. And the reason why you should register with CAC is because it will give you your tax number, which will also help you to open up a professional account. That's a business account number. That's a corporate account number, as it's called in Nigeria. So, and giving people number, especially when you go international, especially when you have international people, purchasing for you and doing things for you. Even in Nigeria, whenever you present your official whenever you present your corporate account, people know it's no longer a joke, like you're not here to play. I mean, the girl is not playing, the boy is not playing, like, you say what? That kind of vibe. It gives you a professional situation in case tomorrow, nobody knows tomorrow, something might happen and you see yourself landing a very huge contract with the government. And for you to be able to do that, you can't just present any name and you can't just start running around at that moment. If it's a product, you have to talk about how you'll be sourcing it, get make sure you do your research well to get the right suppliers and all of that. So because when I started my hair business, I first of all purchased a good from China, and I landed fake suppliers, and they sent me, I don't know what they sent. I can't even give it to who will I can't even give it to a mad person to wear. It was crazy. That money was wasted. But then I went back to the drawing board and I made sure I get it right at that time. Because if you see what is real, you will recognize real from fake. I did my research better and I landed the right suppliers. I took some online training. I took some courses. I took, any vital thing that will benefit my business. I did them all, trust me. And it was a very good idea. The next thing I suggest you do is learn how to create content for your social media presence, because social media presence these days will take you far, especially if you're selling products in Nigeria. You shall know that you must be on social media, and social media is what is going to sell you. Because we're not talking about any shop at the moment, you're just starting up. Shop is the last thing you should think about. So it's all about your online shop and all. I wouldn't even suggest you to start talking about website at the moment, because I feel at this point you're not yet completely certain of what you want. But if you are opportune to get that on a platter of gold, probably your parents have a store and an outlet they can offer you for free, then why not? You should go for it. But accept that it should be the last thing you will spend your money on. Website, it should also be out of your reach at the moment, because you are still not certain of what you're doing. When you must have gotten to that level or that point where you are certain, then you can talk about um creating your website. In Nigeria, it's almost unnecessary. Next thing is for you to learn how you can advertise your products adequately on social medias. Make sure you are getting it right. Learn the skill if you don't know how to do it initially. There are people running classes on how to do that. I can as well make a video about that. If you are interested, you can let me know on the comment section. And there are people that has that as their job. People do that, for a living. You can contact people that help people advertise products on social media. They can work for you and then you get it right. Thank you so much for staying tuned for this video. I really appreciate your presence. I hope this video enriched you. If it did, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification so you'll be the first to know whenever I post a new stuff, and share this video to your loved ones. See you in the next video. Mwah.